What would you do if your faith meant death? Would you hide it or stand tall in front of a tyrant? This is the true story of a boy, a king, and a choice that changed the fate of an entire nation. Centuries ago, in a land ruled by a ruthless king, people were forced to abandon the worship of Allah and bow to the king's false religion. Anyone who resisted faced torture, humiliation, or execution. But among the people was a humble monk who quietly worshipped Allah alone. He had no army, no power, just faith. And one day, Allah's plan brought a young boy to him. This boy wasn't ordinary, he was chosen. But neither the boy nor the king knew what was about to unfold. It all began when the boy's path crossed the monk's, and the king's magician took notice. Before we continue, like and follow Soul and Salah for more true Islamic stories that will strengthen your iman. The king had an aging magician, the one responsible for spreading his false religion. Fearing he might die soon, the magician asked the king to bring him a young boy to train as his successor. By Allah's decree, this very boy was chosen. But each day, while traveling to the magician, the boy would secretly meet the monk, learning about Allah and the truth of Islam. One day, the boy's journey was interrupted by a huge beast blocking the road. People couldn't pass. The boy picked up a stone and said, "O Allah, if the teachings of the monk are more beloved to you than those of the magician, then kill this beast so the people can pass." He threw the stone, and the beast fell. The people were amazed, and so was the boy. The monk said to him, "My son, today you are better than me, but you will be tested, and when you are, do not tell them it is me." The boy's miracles began to spread, and soon the king himself would hear about him. The boy began healing the blind and curing the sick, all by Allah's permission. One of the king's close advisors, who had gone blind, heard of the boy and came to him. The boy told him, "I do not heal anyone. It is Allah who heals. If you believe in him, I will pray for you." The advisor believed, the boy prayed, and his sight returned. When the king saw him healed, he demanded to know who did this. The advisor boldly said, "My Lord is Allah." The king raged. He tortured the advisor until he revealed the boy's identity, and then ordered the boy to be brought before him. The king said, "Do you now have a power greater than my magician?" The boy replied, "My Lord is Allah." The king tried to kill him, once by throwing him from a mountain, once by drowning him at sea. But each time Allah saved him. Frustrated, the boy himself told the king exactly how to kill him. If you're still watching, it means you value true Islamic history. So share this with someone who needs to hear it. The boy said to the king, "You cannot kill me unless you do what I say. Gather the people in one place, tie me to a tree, take an arrow from my quiver, place it in your bow, say, 'In the name of Allah, the Lord of the boy,' and shoot me." The king, desperate to end this, agreed. He gathered the nation. He shot the arrow as the boy said, and the boy died a martyr. But what happened next shook the kingdom. Every single person there declared, "We believe in the Lord of the boy." The king, furious at losing his control, ordered trenches of fire to be dug. Those who refused to abandon their faith were thrown into the flames, men, women, and even a mother holding her infant. Allah recorded this in the Quran. Cursed were the companions of the trench, the fire full of fuel, when they sat by it, watching what they were doing to the believers. Surah Al-Buruj 85:4-7. And the Prophet said, "The most amazing of people in faith was the boy of the king." Sahih Muslim 3005. These believers were known as the Shab al-Ukhdud, the people of the trench. Their story lives forever in the Quran as a warning to tyrants and a reminder to the faithful. Faith is not proven in comfort, it is proven in sacrifice. This boy had no army, no wealth, no power. But he had Allah, and that was enough. May Allah grant us the courage to stand for the truth like this boy. Subscribe to Soul and Salah for more authentic stories that touch the heart.